Hello, hello, and welcome back to the FIU esports stream. I'm Avery, joined by Lumi tonight.
Hello.
We're going to be bringing you all the action for tonight's matchup. Map number 1 is going to be Haven, and our team is getting underway with Agent Selects. It is a new patch, so we've got new maps in the map pool, but already FIU VAL GC is all the way locked in. Double initiator comp, Lumi, talk to me.
I think it's pretty smart considering it's Haven. I would have personally gone double Initiator or double Smokes just because it is such a large map. You could always run double Sentinel, but since they did opt for the Cypher, I feel like that kind of covers their bases because Cypher can kind of cover most of C and C Garage.
Yeah, definitely. Gonna have plenty of coverage on the back end. For St. Clair College, they're going to be rocking with the double duelist look themselves. Just the solo fade. Tonight, be rocking with the Sova. It's a bit of a change up from the standard, but with posts in clarity and Yuki on the neon. Firepower for them to pull their way across the line, but already at number 1.
Shadows traveling.
Caught one. Tripwire destroyed.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing. Spike down, C. Again!
Cover going out.
Last player standing. Flawless. One enemy remaining.
I need a drop. I need a drop.
Tuck, tuck. My camera is destroyed.
One enemy remaining.
Shadows traveling. Stealing sight.
Last player standing.
Out of my way!
My ultimate is ready. Give me a call. Where is everyone hiding?
Spike planted. No distractions.
Flash out!
One enemy remaining.
Here.
Ah, this is a nice spot.
Here.
Scatter. Cover going out. Removed. Stealing sight.
One enemy remaining.
got to try harder. Blocking sight.
Revealing area.
No charges left.
Spike down, C.
That's not
Ready. To dust. Blinding.
Last player standing.
I sucked. Here.
Spike down, C. Last player standing. Spike down A.
One dead.
Thirty seconds left.
Deploying drone.
Here.
One enemy remaining.
Looks like I was the stronger one.
Strike at their weak points. If one link breaks, the rest will follow.
Finally, resuming the broadcast. Been muted for far longer than we anticipated, but FIU gaining a solid lead for SCC. Incredible plays from both sides thus far, but Ash when tasked with walking heat garage. MG Ultra straying away from their so standardized Bucky, and it's going to be Ash who pays the price. Early tripwire will be eliminated, and he's just going to upgrade himself onto this Blade Storm in his updraft on top site. Where these players might be breaking away that on. Now, drifting her way on the top box. Lou takes down Posting Clarity, and the Omen teleports away in CT. A player from Heaven and swing. Amandita and actually take her down with the Sheriff. Lou getting whiffy with the Vandal as well, and this flank from Abrux cannot come fast enough. Finally, Jin turning around, but guys, in hell, Yuki takes down Vicky as well, and it just left onto Lou in the 1-on-3. Can she be heroic once more? Turns the other way and picks up a kill, but Darker Stars, darker this day. SCC win an eco round, a clutch one for their economy. The Thrifty call rings out.
Make it fair.
And a great version for SCC will keep them in the thick of this game. Economy. We mentioned in silence earlier, I suppose,
Yeah.
that FIU Val GC was really sporting a strong economy, but now the numbers starting to dwindle. They may have buys for the rest of the half, but it certainly won't be comfortable. 3 ultimates are in hand. That's Mitchie, Jin, and Ash. Everybody ready to get this party started. Odin spans early. Don't run to anyone, and Amandita takes the aggressive swing onto a Brux, who dinks her down and really pressures her on to peak. Health remaining, and there's no heals available for FIU Val GC. Nothing to top off. They're going to contact their way on to the side. Darker Stars just going to play in the backside position. Amandita has now crept her way super close into this corner. A slide comes out from the side, and Ash is going to swing off the back of it. Revealed by a Haunt in garage, and a Brooks is good for 3 on the site. Lou's finally able to trade, but these players for FIU Val GC are in such a tough position. Going to teleport their way back onto the A side, and Ash has found herself an empty site to play from. Jin's going to throw down the no theft as well, and they know that they found themselves a one-on-one. Lou has to slow down this push in from CT. Not going to be picked up by that initial Prowler, and MG Ultra is going to take some bullets to the brain before these players flood their way out onto the site. Lou steady with the crosshair, steady with the kill. Now a 1-on-2. Darker Stars, Odin spamming long is not going to be where the final blow comes from. It's Lou stabbing from the side.
Last
FIU
round
Val
in the
GC
half.
on the back of a Thrifty have murdered SCC's economy. So much work to up for. Posting Clarity is just going to force up thanks to that kill contract being online once more. Connect with it on their prior try. Looking to right their wrongs from rounds ago. SCC wants to keep this at a 7-5 half. Ash is up over the top, knows that MG Ultra is playing close, and that's going to be a shorty, or Bucky, excuse me, in the smoke. It's actually a Judge on shotgun roulette here. But a Brux is the one to take down Lou, the IGL, the one who's been so influential securing these rounds for FIU Val GC. And Amandita's going to wander her way into a Marshall headshot as well. Now split across the map, the bomb stranded in spawn. FIU Val GC have to pick up the pieces of this broken round. Holds her ground, but Posting Clarity is caught none the wiser. Could have heard that tripwire very close to B main, and if they break it, they'll find themselves in a very empty B site. Now SCC is going to call for some of these reinforcements. Cypher Neural Theft going to be activated from C long. A bit of a tap on the bomb, not going to be tagged by that spam, but the paranoia made all of these FIU Val GC players paranoid, and Ash will be the final domino to fall. FIU Val GC win the half 7-5,
Switching
but
sides.
with the way the momentum was spiraling, it really felt that it could have been more.
We're looking at a 6-7.
That's true. The potential for a 6-7 has never been more real. FIU Val GC must forfeit this round. I
No. Win. Destroy the meme.
destroy the meme. The meme is undying. Inevitable.
It's on life support.
Hate it, run from it, but it arrives all the same. The 6-7 on the cards for SCC. He'd win the former pistol, so a double pistol win would put them on 6-7 watch. FIU Val GC hard carried so far by Lou. Game 17-7 on the Omen has just looked incredible thus far. Not going to see very much. It's going to be Jin who's ran down on this C side. He's going to throw a stun towards that side. The trapwire will be triggered, and Jin looping her way around the side, spamming away with the right clicks, and she'll be able to go 1-for-1. Lou storming ahead, but will only be able to pick up one herself. Continuing to spam away at post and clarity position, and that's a shock dart going wide, but Emendita's Sheriff will connect. Now just left on to Abrux to pick it all up to secure the 6-7, but the reload is mistimed at best. It's an 8-5, 6-7 denied, and FIU Val GC go 1-for-1 on pistols thus far tonight. Ding dong, 6-7 is dead.
The life support was pulled.
Right, the plug.
The plug. Seems like St. Clair's aim to execute C-site just as FIU did, but failed at the last moment.
Yeah, they tried to muscle their way in, and honestly, when Jin wrapped her way around site, I thought that she could really have a set of multi-kills there, but opting for the right click immediately.
This goes here.
A little bit out of reach. FIU, very well weapon. Go. Neon's gonna punch her way in the garage. Who's gonna play in window? To jump out, but it's Jin who runs down long and takes down Abrux again. That's the bomb, now stranded, and Jin is left to fight ahead. 3 kills picked up for her with the stinger. And Lou's gonna be the one to attempt to hold this bomb. All of these players starting to swarm the SCC positions. Medita's updrafted on top of the box, and Darker Star is now walking their way towards the judge, towards these players, towards mid, and Ash is the one to sit them down. Weapon upgrades secured, and Emendita will not be able to reach that stinger in time, but FIU Val GC happy with what they came for. 4 players remain alive, 3 guns carried over, and 9-5 scoreline.
Generational wealth being built once more.
That's right. Capitalism reign. Jin standing on top of this. The box is on. Wait, it's actually got herself a nifty little camera position.
That goes there.
The kill tripwire is going to be active as well. Triple walk down mid, FIU Val GC. They love these aggressive calls. SEC has for this at least once thus far. Oh, but the timing, they've slipped the net and there's no tripwire for SCC. They have covering their back, and Medita picks up 2. Sheriff position. And finally the spams come through, and posting clarity will take her down. The 3-on-2 still remains. And Mitchie to hold down this site with a bulldog in hand. 2 players softened up from some of the spam earlier. Mitchie good for the connection on 1, but posting clarity takes her down before she doubles up. Ash ready for this bomb plant. The stun comes through. Another flash available. Throw to his back side, but posting clarity's just going to run for the hills. A tap into his backside as well. But connection coming off the bomb. Lou will fall, but Ash converts the round. My goodness. Everybody caught with a bit of utility in their hand, time after time, weapon after weapon.
The classic Valorant timing.
A timing, the series of unfortunate events for SCC GC. Not expecting it walk down, and will pay the price for it. Now posting clarity, the lone player equipped with a rifle. They do have the kill contract. The attempt to unlock one of these sites, but Emendita is way ahead of them, equipping herself with the outlaw that she knows how often they've tried to walk towards this C site, but going to fall off when she doesn't see the pressure. Looking towards me, but Emendita eats a couple of bullets, sliding in, but Yuki will be taken down, equipping themselves with the shield, but not going to get very much at all. Lou walking ahead and knows that her Brux is hiding up top in this smoke, takes her down. High flash in towards mid, and MG Ultra is good to pick up one. And Lou
enemy
controlling the Phantom Spray, able to convert another. Mitchie the last. And FIU Val GC escape an eco round. It could have gotten dangerous with 4 players standing.
It is over.
Is over, and map number 1 is flying by. Already 11-5 scoreline. St. Clair GC has yet to pick up a round on their attack. They will have buys the second time this half. This is the time to put their foot down. Every FIU Val GC player in double digits. Mandita going to equip herself with the operator as well against the ISO. Could find a little bit of difficulty. But SEC going to stick to their guns. Will be broken, and a little bit late on that stun. A control that they're looking for. The this have the Rolling Thunder for the retake, and it looks like they're going to be ready for it instantly when this bomb tap comes down. And Cage has already procced the dash. Attack by Dark Stars, and there it is. The Rolling Thunder comes through, swapping over the weaponry, and Emendita is just marching ahead. Lou's good for 2 in hell. He's been unstoppable in this game, and she's still hunting for more. Good for 3 now, and knows that another player should be nearby. Just left onto Abrux. They've been so good tonight, but Jin, the backstab, was never accounted for, and FIU Val GC find themselves on map point.
Match point.
Soon to be switching Haven out for Sunny Lotus.
Well, there's still plenty of time to go. SCCGC does have 3 ultimates, including the ISO kill contract. They might be saving it for Valorant too, but tools are ready and available. FIU Val GC has just had the read tonight though, over and over. Definitely finding that value.
I'm out of here.
SEC with their final buy, what could be the final round. But it's an early Hunter's Fury connecting 1 pulse. Yugi drops so critically low. That kill contract
It's you and
is
me.
going to be popped, and Mitchie will be taken into the other realm. Posting Clair looking to connect that kill, and finally they do. A first blood for SEC for the first time in so long, but the raid boss Lou is at it again. Yugi dropped, and SEC are stuck in a 4-on-4 once more. Breaking that tripwire in B, and Emendita forced to pick up the
Spike
wire
down.
position.
Attacker
Nice.
spawn.
Neural theft activated by Jin, and it's going to jump up top on site, and Ash swings wide. Fighting,
Blinding.
damaging. MG Ultra going to throw that breach utility in the corner, and again, it's perfect utility placement by Ash. Jin and Lou are wrapping these players up in window. Tight little box ready for them. Lou could cap off her incredible night with even more frags, and 1 connected, a second found, 3 in the round, and
Defenders
Lou
win.
cut
Rest
them
now.
down.
I will
A
keep watch.
13-5 victory, and an unbelievable performance from FIU Val GC's IGL and controller main Lou. I mean,
That was like we haven't seen her in a long time.
that is peak form. That is Ultra Instinct Lou on the server tonight. She had multiple multi-frags. The
She
4K,
had like 3 or 4 4Ks, no?
Yeah, the 4K in heaven to break their backs on their attacking side. And again coming up with the goods on defense. Lou, an animal on Haven. We'll be sending it to a break while we get prepped for map number 2 of Lotus. Grab a water, grab a snack, but don't go anywhere because we'll be back right after this. And we're back with more FIU VAL GT gameplay. Going to be taking off to Lotus after an incredible performance by Lou in that game number 1. We'll look to repeat it here on the Omen. Comp changes could be on the cards considering some of the agent changes. Sky might even find herself a bit of priority, but no. FIU VAL GT is going to stick to what works, and that is going to be the Ash Breed Itchy Fade. Just 2 staples of their comps always.
And seeing the raise like you hoped for.
Yep. I was talking to Lumi before we came into the show and said that here on Lotus, I think that the raise is just the best duelist to work with, especially if you're comboing it with the Fade. You can always get that Rubble control. And even with the Rubble changes, I still think that the raise Fade is going to have quite a bit of priority on this map. I don't know how powerful the breach is, but Ash definitely playing from comfort. And I know that Coach Popsky has joined us as well, so he'll be coaching from the backlines. As for SCC GC, they're going to be rocking with a Phoenix. All right, throwing a bit of a wrench into things, and it's going to be a double duelist for them as well. Yugi going to hop back on that Neon, hopefully find some more value with their sniper in hand. Darker Star is going to stick to that Fade and posting Clarity, swapping away from the ISO, instead going towards the Clove. So single controller look for both squads. It's an Omen, of course. Lou resuming her Omen dominance. Game 2 and 4, posting Clarity. Gonna look to maybe find some ancillary value with the help of those Clove smokes, but for now, FIU VAL GC once again starting on the attack. I believe they'll be attacking all 3 maps in this series, so constantly first say are the changes to Lotus. Got a little bit of a tighter cubby up in towards A, and the
wall.
main fight, yes, it's A main fight has been extended, so the wall is not nearly as shallow as it used to be. There's more room for defenders especially to play around and continue to take some of the space against the attackers, but the early breach stun is going to be the game. The early Neon stun actually nearly roasts Lou alive, but it's high flashes and Abrupt who's able to pick up 1. Ash is good for the trade, and that Seize actually connects onto Ash as well, so finally gets a shot onto Yugi. Jin, who's now crept her way all the way up into the B site, continuing to walk forward, and Mitchie spams nearly connect onto a kill, but will escape with their life, and so much pressure still abounds, and Jin hops right on into the lap of MG Ultra, giving her a taste of her own medicine. These lurks were so lethal from Jin in map number 1, and MG Ultra ready for pounce on that second attempt. 56 seconds remain, and MG Ultra should hear some of these footsteps call over some of this cavalry. Jump spot from Lou, a little shallow,
Last
but
player standing.
MG Ultra, who takes down Mitchie, he teleports away, leaving Lou in the 1-on-4. Have to be incredible clutch. No, how great she played in map 1, and didn't quite see the elbow as she continues to look closer, flips out the knife, and that is simply right place, wrong time for the captain IGL of FIU VAL GC, and SCC will take the first round of game at number 2.
They took the first pistol last map as well.
Yes, they did.
First 2 rounds, then LGC did a snowball effect. See if that happens now. Interesting to see the new ace site on Lotus get some use, especially out of Ash.
Smokes, and FIU Val GC just doesn't have a ton of weaponry to work with. Hiding away from the Prowler, but Amandita is going to be revealed by it. Finds herself staring down, posting clarity, and well, a nice little airy spam from Darker Stars. Quite a bit of damage.
Where are you?
And picks up the first blood onto a Brooks, but FIU Val GC going out trying to flood their way down onto the site, and it's a great double headshot. Darker Stars taken down before they even really know what's coming. Amandita
enemy
continues to
remaining.
bounce ahead and picks up another kill. Ares in hand, she's going to try and hold the line against MG Ultra, but they're not going to take a single point of damage before falling back onto this side. FIU Val GC has the numbers advantage so far in their favor, and MG Ultra's got a mountain to climb to get back into this one.
Here.
Holds close to drop, and MG Ultra swaps over to the Phantom, going to wrap their way back towards stairs. FIU Val GC have the time on their side, and MG Ultra is going to opt for the save, giving up a chance to get back into this round, and FIU Val GC are going to walk away with a couple of very nice upgrades. Guardians in the hands of Lou and Ash. MG Ultra
Thrifty.
licking their wounds after this one.
Weapon here.
No guns to pick up. Oh, there it is. A judge actually scooped up
This
for Mitchie
fight
as
isn't
well, so
over
everybody
until we are
going to be able to
dead.
walk away with a prize after that round. And FIU Val GC quite happy with the outcome of that anti-eco round for SEC.
MG Ultra choosing to save the Phantom that round. I think that was a smarter choice than aiming to face the three of them on his own, especially with how their economy went last game.
Yeah, SEC learning some lessons from that game of Haven, just trying to keep their economy in check, but LGC is going to challenge. Chamber wide, and Amandita beheads him in an instant, bouncing ahead, and the satchel movement from Amandita looking as good as ever. Going to plant this bomb, and it's going to be open, ready for a mount plant, but it's two players facing up and fighting against Jin. The Phantom sprays. Not nearly good enough to connect, and Abrux is just going to fall away from that door, flashing wide. And then Ash challenges the angle. Guardian in hand will be more than enough. Blue connecting the headshot in CT as well, and FIU Val GC a flawless anti-eco of their own. Beautiful work from them. Amandita opening up that round. The lone weapon for SCC just taken out immediately. The bite from that round gone in an instant.
Bite of 87?
Okay, if we can't make 6-7 jokes, I think FNAF jokes are so far off the table. But FIU Val GC is getting closer and closer to these ultimates. Amandita away from his showstopper, and it's an early stun. So light up some of these players, and he's able to control the spray, whipping out the showstopper, and she picks up another. A player sitting in the lap of a nade, and Amandita's good for 4. Bursting her way forward onto this ace site, and she's already made her way into CT. MG Ultra should be aware, but turns around at the wrong time. Both of these players like ships in the night, passing one another, and Lou's gonna be the one to pick up the kill onto MG Ultra. Amandita just steering the wrong way. Not going to be necessary because she just ripped them to shreds on that entry. FIU Val GC.
So close, yet
set.
so far away from that ace.
Yeah. I believe that is the curse for FIU Val GC.
There.
Always the 4K, never the ace. But certainly going to take these round wins as they come. MG Ultra close to that tour de force, but still so far away. It's an eco round for SCC once more. Early stun again, and it's Amandita to take this fight. Jin is the one who picks up the first kill. A kill onto Yuki, and all of these players stacked up towards Dora. Amandita challenge on the angle. Should spam down, but doesn't fall.
Flawless.
Ash and Mitchie covering their teammates back in perfect unison. FIU Val GC another flawless round on the board. We talked about generational wealth, but this is more than that. I mean, we're talking about the Forbes shortlist for the wealthiest Americans. FIU Val GC are all topping it. Early timeout from SCC.
They need to rethink their A. strategy.
I mean, something's got to change. I think that the fade haunt into the Phoenix Molly that they did on Pistol was pretty well thought out. But Amandita, ever since she got these blast packs online, has just crossed the angle with little to no resistance. Lou throwing down that early smoke as well has just helped her ford that gap in a way that SCC has not been prepared for. The tools a little bit with this composition. If you
Yeah.
want to be playing the Clove, I think that the metal gets to go in alongside the
Phoenix Molly, so that way the metal hits and so does the Phoenix Molly at the same time, doubling the damage.
All really difficult stuff to
And if you
adjust on the
can, you can
fly,
do,
too.
what's the name of the fade utility?
The C's.
The C's, yes, the C's. If you
Yes.
do all three, maybe get something out of there.
Clearly, they've got to go back to the drawing board, and it's going to be MG Ultra on the chamber. Set up this trip back towards B. Jane is going to be the lone player left to challenge up in mid as FIU pose for a C exit. Early stun from Ash, and it's Amandita who bounces ahead. Looking to fight. Just been unreal thus far in map number 2. Goes high, and that Prowler is going to scout out MG Ultra. FIU have the numbers advantage once more. A flash goes through, but Lou is going to spam away at these players. A tap on the bomb, and Lou is just going to give up that initial angle. The haunt comes wide, and Lou has to come up the bomb. Post and
Spike
clarity
down,
picks
C.
up 2, and FIU are not out of the woods just quite yet. SCC Abrux takes down Ash. And that's a high Phoenix wall to throw them off the scent. 2 players softened up for SCC. Just the Phoenix hiding out on the site. Forward, she'll be able to take down Yuki and teleport away. Just Abrux left on the
Last
Phoenix,
player
challenging
standing.
Amandita in main, and she's clearing the wrong angle. A high flash connects, and Jin. This could be wrapping around a jump. Jin should have heard it. Could have heard it. The gun barrel betraying Abrux and nearly controls the spray anyway. Nearly there, but FIU Val GC walk away with a 5th straight round. And I'm starting to get deja vu looming.
I mean, it's starting to look very similar to Haven. Very similar maps to begin with, 3 sites.
That's right. FIU Val GC, a cut above in tonight's matchup against SCC. All of these players been on one from the jump. First, it was Lou with her Giga Nuke performance. Now Amandita cleaning up the slack. He drops on that Haven map. An aggressive walkthrough on the C side, excuse me, as FIU Val G's usher for a B hit. They've got to have map hacks because every single time it's FIU Val GC picking the right angle to fight Amandita. Sharp as a nail.
Satchel out.
With this Vandal in hand, she's hungry for more and knows that there's a Phoenix waiting on the other side of this door. She's running and gunning and taking him down. Last player remaining, and it's Mitchie to take down Ultra in heaven. The tour de force. Forceful no more. SCCGC. Absolutely obliterated by the freight train of FIU Val GC.
Seems like every time they try to stack up a site.
It's not the side FIU Val GC's hitting.
Playing rock, paper, scissors and
And
guessing
losing.
rocks.
Yeah. Just so many rocks. So many rocks. Please, SCC, throw something different. I'm begging you. Another early stun to get Amandita on the line, challenging this Phoenix Flash. She's so quick on the turn. And Abrux is just under fire once again, scaring away. Knows that the Phoenix is close, and she's going to rock out the showstopper. Even a neon stun is not enough to deter her, throwing that Prowler towards the site. It's going to be a rolling thunder to enable them to get out onto site. Blue takes it down, but Amandita concentrated, lit up by the haunt. But Darker Stars is good for 2 as well. FIU Val GC not out of the woods as Jin has crept her way in through the B site. Initially tagged by that haunt, but Amandita may have gotten away from that initial bit of pressure. Jin knows that Darker
One
Stars is
enemy
close,
remaining.
and she's going to take her down with the Phantom. Going to throw down a teleport as well. Knows that that
Player
operator
standing.
is there, but it's just left onto Amandita. A tap of the bomb. A creep around. She knows MG Ultra's position, and MG Ultra just can't seem to catch a break tonight. again and again left in these clutch scenarios, and again the short end of the stick. FIU Val GC, wealthy as ever. Amandita has simply entered an unkillable mode. Call it flow state, call it karma, call it what you want. But Amandita
Is hungry for blood.
yeah, to say the very least. Bloodthirsty might not even begin to describe the Rays gameplay that Amanda has had on display tonight, and she is far from done. Gonna throw that beambot in, and MG Ultra finally turning the tides and picking up a trade kill. Look at the damage dealt. Left on a single point of HP. We know how close this chamber is, going right up close to the door, but still good for
Spike
two. A
down
second
A.
kill converted for MG Ultra, and a tap on the bomb from Mitchie. He could look for some
Last
command,
player
but he's just
standing.
gonna throw. That stun out onto the side. The relay bolt is enough to secure the kill onto Mitchie. And SCC, a lifeline secured as MG Ultra giving them a chance.
Having to use that Neon ult to secure the round.
Yeah, I don't know if the overdrive was necessary, but when FIU has been as hot as they have, I think that securing the round by any means necessary is a worthy cause.
You have to give the give and the take.
Great, I meant to give it. Grenade! Because the way Abrams forced away from this initial angle. That can
Go get him.
march on.
Satchel out.
Hold it from the distance, knows how close the chamber is. They're forcing CP away. A double flash. That's still challenging. With this Vandal and MG Ultra is good for the trade. FIU Val GC are walking ahead. They know there's an operator nearby. Yuki does not get tagged by that stun, and that's actually marches away forward. They're waiting for Jin, but how long can they
One
continue to
enemy
wait?
remaining.
It's a Jin double backstab again. When will they learn? Jin continues to be a thorn in the side of the Saints, and Yugi expecting him to wrap CC. But Jin is the one who's ready and waiting again and again. Queen Bond for FIU Val GC. A backstab after backstab. They may have punished her the first time on this lurk, but she's not one to learn her lesson and back down. Jin continues to stick to the game plan, stick to the strategy, and FIU Val GC are up to 8. On the bright side for SCCGC.
They could get a 9-3 curse.
A 9-3 absolutely within the cards. An attacking sided match.
Satchel out.
Otis has long been expected to be.
Go get him.
The way that Amandita is playing right now, they for that early death.
Bring them down.
There's been on Lensing, and that early relay bolt from Neon is going to slow her for just a moment. Mitchie still ready. Swing out on the close. It's an aggressive push from A. Knows that these bows are trapped. Mitchie's going to fall for it. Lee takes down Abra, doubles up, triples up, and posting clarity falls, leaving it in a 2-on-2. Lee's going to TP across. And Jin was holding the line with the operator. Swings it wide, and that's going to be Abra taking down a nice little TP tether. Placed down, and Yugi knows that Jin has forfeited this position. The trip is placed. It's on the loose. Teleport ahead. Plant for Mound, and FIU Val GC have a good post plant set up. A Paranoia is still available for the captain and IGL as well, but she's got to get past Jin to even have a shot at it. Lou should be calling that the Neon is close, but cutting noise smartly. Ever closer. Jin continues. No one. Alarm bell should begin to ring. That is the wall going up, and the ping comes through.
Cover going out.
Early smoke wide on the site, and FIU have Jin holding the line. Yugi skewered by the operator.
Last
FIU Val
round
GC
before
are
the
knocking
switch.
on the door of double digits in this half.
Impressive play by Amandita and Jin this half. picking up.
Yeah, where Lou
That's a
left
good
off.
start.
Yeah, where Lou left off.
Lou took off the backpack, handed it to then Amadita emptied a couple of books into his bag, so, you know, they're splitting the load more equally than Lou was last game, but it has really just been the FIU Valorant.
You want to play? Let's
We
play.
were concerned coming into this game how they would play without their ever reliable Corrode in the map pool, but they have just got above both 3 site maps.
Spike carriers down.
More than enough. That's a
Spike
high
down.
showstopper layered in.
Last
Not
player
connecting.
standing.
Ash around just spamming bullets and will connect a headshot finally, but left in a 1-on-5. This would be heroic. And it would be a dream, but FIU Val GC are going to have to settle for a 9-3. A curse or a
Switching
blessing, the
sides.
Saints will decide. Sides have been swapped, and FIU Val GC are now tasked with ending this 3-site map.
They did do a good job on defense on Haven. So we could have a replay of that.
I mean, yeah.
Val GC always choosing defense first, being their stronger half.
Yeah, historically, FIU Val GC is no slouch on the defensive side. My only concerns do come from the SCC composition. It is double duelist, a lot of dive-heavy characters. FIU Val GC is just going to stick to this Raze Seize Nade combo towards short. How much damage able to layer? Nade goes through, and it's a stun. Dropped in as well, and Anita is looking to hold the line with the Sheriff, but it's a nice flash to get the Neon out on the angle. Playing out wide, and Benichi's the one who converts the first kill. Jiggling on this root position,
One
and she's
enemy
good for
remaining.
2 now,
Next
3.
Spike down
Mitchie's
A.
Ghost. A Phantom in the night,
Was
and
that your
Jids walked
best?
all the way
How
through C.
embarrassing.
Nobody the wiser for SCC, and that's a pistol round traded for FIU Val GC. The story of these FIU Val GC consistently punishing SCC missteps, not covering their flanks, diligent on these swings.
Not having much utility to watch flank aside from that chamber trip.
I think Chamber was face watching it for a bit, but left in the 1-on-3, there was only so much they could do. Challenging Jin now, and the Outlaw is good to behead Yugi and teleport away. Without a trip on this site, she'll find herself under some pressure, but Amadisu's going to open the door, challenging over towards Mound, and they're going to walk in to her. Good for 1 with the Judge. Traded by
Spike
Ash with the
down, C.
Bulldog, but Ash dropped pretty quickly low.
One
High
enemy
flash, and
remaining.
that's going to connect in blind. Posts in clarity beyond belief. And FIU Val GC lose just 1 on this anti-eco round, up to 11-3. This has been nothing but a bloodbath.
A gift.
SCCG
Not much more to say.
forced a bit into that last round. Are certainly feeling up against the wall. FIU Val GC have since slowed down, spread the kills a bit more evenly across.
Grenade. Satchel out.
Pressure remains all the same, and Nikita bouncing forward with the Judge in hand, takes some of her own made damage, but has so much control over this A entrance. Jin, the Outlaw in hand, off angle. SCC, who's posturing a hold. They know how aggressive FIU has been playing on this Prowler to clear out some of this space. There to be picked up. It's noted at the very least. That Prowler's trying to bolster that A site, but on that timer, it's Chamber who walks up but falls. Ash takes him down again, but it's a C exec now on the card.
Suck it!
Under duress, but a Brooks is the one who's taken down. Fearless on this angle continues to hold the line, and it's Ash who spins
Spike
down
down,
Dark Stars
C.
with the door opening. Yugu is good. The attempt to plant this bomb, and
Spike
loose the
planted.
smoke will
One
fall.
enemy
Post
remaining.
doubles up, and Yugi on site will fall to the Judge. It's FIU Val GC again and again, running down these
Thanks.
Saints.
Match point.
Yeah,
Series point.
There's only so little time remaining for the SEC to get their ducks in a row
Match
to
point.
control the narrative, control their destiny. But they'll need 9 consecutive to force an overtime, or else this will be the final map of tonight's Danger Series. Seconds remain. FIU Val GC, plenty of money, an operator in the hands of Jin, but MG Ultra is going to have an Odin of their own, attempting to spam out some of these common angles. Initial flash forces Jin on her chamber off angle, but she swings in again, and posting clarity falls. The Clove smokes. Taken out of this round, and that's a high flash from Ash. A seize to deny this neon walk-up. Who's going to be the one gets her bite at the apple? Another challenge for the FIU Val GC controller. Throws out
Joke's over! You're
the
dead!
distraction smoke, and this is the Phoenix walking in towards the C site. But uncleared is Moot in this corner. Angle spamming away with the Odin, and Darker Stars is the one that picks up the kill, left onto Ash and Mitchie. In the 2-on-3, the Phoenix is running in through spawn. Ash should hear these footsteps, should hear that player coming, and there it is, a freebie gifted over to the FIU Breach. She's one away from her Rolling Thunder. Could be the tool that opens this game up for good, that seals their fates shut. Mitchie has 2 Prowlers and a Haunt remaining.
Bring them
And
down.
are available for some of these SEC
One
players.
enemy
The
remaining.
flash in, Mitchie takes down Darker Stars, and that's going to be a Haunt reveal.
Last player
Onto
standing.
the Neon backside, continuing to spam away, and Alex converts the 1-on-1. FIU Val GC tested, trialed, but coming out victorious, 13-3.
Defenders
A
win.
battering of St. Clair's Game Changer squad. FIU Val GC 2-0, a clean sweep here in the NACE Varsity Plus round robin stage.
It's still round robin? I thought we were in the playoffs.
Nope, no playoffs just yet. Playoffs coming in just a couple of weeks, but for now, they've got a couple more round robin games to determine the seeding for those playoffs. But if they continue to play how they played tonight, I've got no doubt that they'll secure a very comfortable seed entering those playoffs. Emendita, not quite the Jin nuke that we saw, or actually the Lu nuke that we saw in game number 1, but still beautiful performance from her nevertheless.
Sharing it with Jin. Jin also having a marvelous performance on that operator angles.
Consistently finding the value that FIU Val GC hacking it on that Haven map. Themselves up. I think that Coach Popsky deserves some credit as well for really drilling in these fundamentals. FIU Val GC have looked like a different squad from the beginning of the season to now. And as much as they've grown together and really developed as a team, they've got some really solid coaching fundamentals under their belts as well. We'll send it to a little bit of a break now while we figure out who we're going to snag for an interview for you guys. We'll be right back just after we grab them. Hello and welcome back. Today we have Lou and Ash joining us. Ash here for moral support, and Lou going to be delivering all of that hard-hitting content. Congratulations, you guys, on another fantastic victory tonight. And honestly, we just wanted to give a special shout out to Lou for that Game 1 performance. Talk to me. What triggered the flow state?
That shoot is 50. And I was playing with a wired mouse today, so it was something different. So maybe my brain was like, oh, because of this, I have to do better. So I think after getting more multi kills, I was just in it, and I did really well. Not so much the second map, but I was still there, and we did our job, and yeah.
Second map, we've got the analysts on review, and it looks like you did, in fact, 6-7 in the second map. So,
Yes.
Honestly, that's enough to be proud of in and of yourself. But coming into the game, we had some concerns about you guys' map pool. We didn't know how you guys would play, especially on New Lotus and, running the new composition, especially with the Raze and the Breach Fade. We didn't exactly know. You guys lost Abyss and Corrode, two of your strongest maps, to the map pool. So talk to me about what went into the map pool decisions before the game.
So we weren't really aiming for Lotus, essentially. We wanted, I personally wanted Fracture, but that's one map that we used to also play really good on. So I want that to be one of our prioritized maps. But Lotus also used to be a really good map for GC, and I think it's just the A fight that we have to perfect. And I think I also got good intel on how we can play it differently and not just have one set play style for it as well. So I think that helped us as well.
Yeah, having so many different looks, like Louis and I were talking about it, that every time they had some kind of set piece or like multiple players stacked on a site, you guys were on the other side. And so it was always right place, right time. You guys were constantly doing the right thing. And honestly, it was just an impressive showing all the way around. That was your third, I believe, round robin game, and I don't believe that you guys have lost just quite yet. Is that true?
For NACE?
For NACE. Since you guys started, not since Swiss stage, after that.
I do believe that we have... Did we lose last week? Oh, we lost bad last week. I don't really remember that, but...
Oh, that's... Okay. Wow.
Oh, well, right. That was the Haven game where...
Cut the
VOD.
Cut the VOD.
Cut the VOD.
We're not doing that. But you guys should have a pretty comfortable seed coming into the playoffs. Lou, obviously, you're a two-time champion. Ash's first time here. How are you preparing the new blood for these really intense playoff matches?
Well, I think currently she's also doing really well in her job, and obviously Initiator it is very difficult, especially the KO, but I think we will be seeing more Breach from now on because we will be playing Fracture and Lotus. So I think as long as we scrim more and just get her more comfortable on the Breach, which I think she's already doing a very good job, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean... No complaints from me. You guys have continued to level up game after game. Is there anyone that you want to credit some of this improvement to?
Our new coach is putting in the work, Popsky, in order to help us prime up, and Cam is also helping us from the sidelines. So I'd say both of them really deserve some kind of shout out as well with this. Yeah.
And I guess last question for the people that are watching at home. Anything you want to tell them? Anything you want to say?
Keep supporting FIU, and we will be there next week. Pause up.
Oh, yeah. Nothing but love from the FIU fam. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back actually in just about 15 or 20 because we've got another NACE Varsity VAL game coming up to you. They're playing Eastern Michigan in a NACE playoff matchup. Single elimination. You won't want to miss it. So coming to you right after this. Take care, everybody. We'll be back. Pause up.
Pause.